皆さんこんにちは、やまけいです。ゲーム実況 NBA2K20 試合やっていきたいと思います。
More on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And the starting group for the Spurs: Ian Aldridge, the veteran forward pair. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Jay, and it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. And for Indiana, Oladipo is the two with Warren playing small forward. And it's Young, it's TJ McConnell, and it's Bitadze in at center. You know, Bill, Indiana's a huge basketball state. Lots of love for the high school game, certainly the college game, but support of the Pacers has been a little inconsistent at times.
Yeah, I blame the Pacers because they should never have less than 3 players from Indiana University on the team at all times. Indiana people really love people who went to high school or college in Indiana. And I think that's one of the reasons they responded to Oladipo like they have. Not only is he great, but he's actually an IU guy. I would always have at least 4. They should have all the Zellers. Anybody who's played at Indiana. All 3 of those Zellers,
then maybe the dad can come back and play too.
Yogi Ferrell, all those dudes. They should all be on the Pacers.
Now, here's Rubio. After TJ Warren's miss, shot's good by Walker.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio with great vision and no hesitation on the delivery.
Now, here's McConnell, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Bitadze can't hit.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Bill, you host your own podcast.
Okay.
I've listened to it. I subscribe to it. I love it.
Hey,
what do you make of some of the NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have JJ Redick, and we have Vince Carter, Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, you know, a player says, you know what, I want to play this, and it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid. You can't just show up and just dabble. The guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably JJ is clearly going to go in the media after he retires. Great podcast. He's gone in the media. He's really good. So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
This is a part of the floor that Rubio can exploit. The in-between area.
You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was you dove into these stories, we thought that was the instead of these big, broad type of documentaries. Concentrate on events, players, moments, and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes the top story. The cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like, we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it, and then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do it in the moment into the series about it that we could experience and make the thing. It was the right idea, and that was really good.
They met this year.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
You know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are, or a good feel for them. Oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
Now, here is Holiday, following the miss by Jay. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the Ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like, the next thing to do is just can you help other people get to where they should be?
This wasn't around when you and I were growing up, so what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
Shots good by Lyles.
Nice.
These defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Pacers trail by 6.
さあしっかり
Holiday the pass to Lamb. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I really believe the more playing time that Lamb gets, the better he'll become. He's still...
Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And some changes here for the Spurs. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K esports league is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people go in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer leagues happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle. It's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right.
Nice pass
on the court for San Antonio. Murray out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Clippers was not happy with how he played. He only scored a few points and was a factor on the defensive side as well. He missed shot after shot. The iron was indeed unkind. He'll be looking to make amends here tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great job. And you know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, Greg, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You would make it interesting.
I have some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
いいリズムだ
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray right side. Shoots over Warren. Murray, no good. Three-pointer. That one's good. The San Antonio lead has cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from
Guys, he's become a legitimate shooter from distance. Victor Oladipo is now somebody the defense has to respect from beyond the arc.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points. With a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Pacers. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Young, it's C.J. McConnell, and it's Bitadze in at the center filling out the middle. Mark a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 9. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said,
That's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Dwight Powell's checked in for Young. Lamb comes in for T.J. Ward. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Oladipo. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. That one falls.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Gay outside. Back to Aldridge. Outside, White. 6 to shoot. For the 3. That one doesn't go. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lamb against Gay. And that's collected by Gay.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
The 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Nice.
Gay's got 8 points.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. On the high post. Bucket is good.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
逆転されてる。
24 seconds left in the third. Rubio outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. 11 points in the game.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
Oladipo off the mark. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. For all of us, when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, they've got Shea. Trey Lyles out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard position.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. The Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Aldridge against Oladipo. The pass to Young. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
And
finished off by Robinson.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
To the paint. Young's shot is off. San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Gay scanning before. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Nice.
This has been Gay's go-to shot throughout his career. I mean, the mid-range he's got, wet.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Oladipo against Walker. Pass to McConnell. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Rubio. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low.
I
certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Robinson kicks to Rubio. Aldridge with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And play stops.
そんな押してないんだよ。押してないんだよ。
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set.
嫌な動きしたと思ったら。
Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the
水差したくないんだけどな、流れに。
easy there.
Pass to Oladipo. To halt the run.
He's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why. In their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Spurs. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Got a piece of it. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Poke loose, so it's the Spurs now. Gay dishes to Rubio. There's Walker with the three. San Antonio again missing.
Oladipo 注意やで。
Up top, Oladipo guarded by Walker. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. San Antonio leading. 2 minutes. Jay outside. Back to Walker. There's the three. But they'll get another chance. Robinson finds Walker. Fires for three. They get him again. Out of bounds in the other possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Oladipo against Walker. Oladipo goes in, and it's all evened up. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding concentration from the versatile scorer, Victor Oladipo. Big in a big spot.
Rubio left side, uncovered, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Spurs lead by 2.
さあ、1本止めるよ。
Major props to Rubio.
オラディポや、オラディポ。
That's what you want your point guard to do. Make it happen.
Here's Oladipo. Good for his 6th make, and it doesn't attempt shooting 50% with that basket.
That's the go for your throat mentality on display. Give Oladipo the ball in the clutch, and he's going to give you much.
It's Gay on the way. He's covered by Warren.
Rudy Gay is on like he is now. There's not a whole lot you can do about it.
For Indiana, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Time called here. Indiana decides to
all around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
He kicks it to Rubio. Back to Robinson. That misses him for that.
I see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just basically missed on it.
ちょっと安易に打ちすぎたかな。
Here's McConnell, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. San Antonio calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes to Aldridge. Over Young. It's off. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. That's the first, that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, you know, Oladipo was the second pick back in the 2013 draft and has made back-to-back All-Star games in 18 and 19. His star is rising.
Rubio finds Robinson. The shot that time, not on target. So a close game sees Indiana take this one.
悔しい。
Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I
ちょっ
really
と
got
この
to say
悔しさをバネにまた頑張ります。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
that was needed down the stretch.